We're so excited that you have joined us today.
Super excited.
And we have a mini celebration going on today.
Party theme.
Yes. Do you know why? Well,
I heard that some of you guys
we are celebrating the finishing of the school year for all of you at home.
Some of you guys are finishing. That was my word. Finishing is what I was looking for. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks.
That's what friends are for.
I know. Thanks. So yeah, we're finishing up. I finished up my 2 years. I'm going into my 3rd year of college.
Yay!
You know, kindergarten, 1st grade.
Yeah. So we want you to write in the chat where you're watching us from and what grade are you finishing.
That's right. And ask your parents for permission.
Yes.
Family
Have
members.
your family member to help you write it. And also, see, we brought treats. Yummy treats. Mini cupcakes. Mini cupcakes are so much fun. I really enjoy them.
Me too.
So you can have a special treat with your family at home. It could be cupcakes. It could be
Celery.
It could be celery. It could be
Veggies.
veggies. It could be ice cream. It could be
Brownies.
Oh,
I like brownies.
Yes. Fudge brownies are the best.
Brownies.
Going on a walk to the park. I don't know. You decide with your family how you want to celebrate your accomplishment of finishing this school year. We're all so proud of you all because you are all amazing kids.
You're one step closer.
Yay!
to graduation. That's
And now
exciting.
it's summer vacation. Woo
I
woo!
know. We're going pool or walks and all of that.
Yeah.
Now it's getting warmer outside.
Yeah, or maybe even going to the river
Yeah.
or, wherever you and your family get a chance to go to.
Yeah.
We just wish you a wonderful finishing of the school year. It's an awesome accomplishment, and we're all super duper proud of you.
Congrats once again, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Really quick, before we
What's
move
up?
forward, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Ms. Rakel,
And I'm Miss Jimena.
and just in case
This is RemaKidz.
yes, we're RemaKidz. And so, not only are we welcoming you today, but we're going to be moving into our lesson.
That's right. So today, the title is Isaac and the Wells. So let's start with the memory verse. Ready? Let us do all we can to live in peace. Romans 14:19. So that's the verse to memorize.
Okay,
And now we're going to move on to the central truth,
got it.
which is God wants us to keep the peace.
So God wants us to keep the peace. And Jimena, would that kind of be like an instrument?
Yeah. Do you want to explain it a little more?
Well, when I think about instruments, I think about
Wow, do it again. One more time. It's so neat. Okay, awesome.
all right, so we think about musical instruments. That's kind of generally whenever we hear that word. But in this case, we're not quite musical instruments, but we are people that God can use to show peace to others and teach about God's peace towards others here on earth.
Exciting. Yes, exciting stuff. All right, now we'll move on to our goals.
Okay.
So, know the highlights of the story. View and value Isaac's attitudes to avoid problems and set out to keep the peace. So, I have a question.
Sure.
I'm not really sure about the whole story. Or like Isaac. Who was he? Can you explain it a little more?
Of
please?
course. All right. So today we're going to be talking about Isaac.
Right?
And Isaac is Abraham's son. He's one of Abraham's sons. And in our last episode, if you go check that out, we spoke about Ishmael and Isaac. And Isaac at that point in time was a baby. He was young. But now we're going to be talking about Isaac being an adult. By this time in the story, he is a grown adult. He has a wife. He has children of his own. And that's what our story is going to be based on. But before we get started, I do have a picture about our story.
Really?
Would you help me?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my goodness. So pretty.
So here we go. We have a picture. Now, I want you guys to use your imagination. And in that point in time, you have to think. It wasn't like it was now that we have cars and we have electricity at home and we have running water.
It was really different.
It was very different.
Right.
And so, Isaac, he was told by God that he needed to move from one place to another. And it was time for him to move. Now,
moving is scary, but fun. It's both exciting.
It's exciting. It could be scary because you might have to switch schools, but it's a new adventure,
new friends,
right? And this is what it was going to be for Isaac. Isaac packed up everything with him and his family and his flocks and his servants, and they got ready to go to a new place. But God told him, do not go to Egypt. That's not where I want you to go. So he listened, he was obedient, and he ended up settling in a place called Gerar. And in this place, right, it was ruled by the Philistines. And so while he was there, he approached the king and he told the king, oh, thank you.
So that you can explain it.
So he tells the king, he's like, I would like to live here. I want to live in peace. I want to live here with my family. And so he said, okay, that's fine. You go ahead and settle down. So that's what he does. He ends up settling down. But remember we just said that their homes were not quite like ours,
right? Different.
So in order to get water, they had to dig wells deep into the earth.
That's a lot of work.
A lot of work. To dig deep down into the earth to be able to get water. And so
water for everything, right?
Water for everything. Because we all need water.
Yeah.
We need water for showering, to
wash,
to make food, to wash clothes.
So many different things.
Yeah. Even to take care of the animals, because the animals need water too.
It's necessary.
And so he dug the well and he finally establishes the well. But then guess what? What happened? The Philistine came over and said, that well belongs to us.
He said that? Or they said that?
They said that. And then they said, we need to take that well from us. Now.
But Isaac did it. He dug it.
He sure did.
His servants did.
Him and his servants, they built it.
That's not fair.
It is not fair. But Isaac ended up deciding to not fight with them, not argue with them, but instead he said, okay, I'm going to do this in peace. I'm going to move to another area and I will let you all keep that well.
Wow. That was really nice of him.
That was nice of him.
That's a lot of hard work and he just walked away.
I know.
That's different.
So he ends up moving with his family to another area and the whole thing happens again. He had
to rebuild the well.
He builds another well.
Yeah, I guess not. Yeah.
He finds another well. He builds another well. And then, while he's sitting there with his family, settling down, the Philistines come along and say, that well belongs to us.
Are you kidding me?
Nope. It's in the Bible in Genesis chapter 26.
Again?
And so, imagine how he felt. He must have felt angry.
Yeah,
and he must have felt frustrated.
Upset,
but
tired.
He made the decision. He says, okay, I'm not going to argue. I'm going to go in peace. I will move to another place. So he decides to move into the valley of Gerar, which is way further away. And he says, okay, this will be the place. And before he gets ready to start digging another hole, looking for that well, God tells him, don't worry, Isaac, I'm with you. I am going to bless you.
So now it won't happen again, right?
So he builds a well, and guess what?
What?
This time he gets to keep it. They did not come to take it. And that's kind of like what our picture shows. It shows Isaac with his shepherds taking care of his flock, and they had built the well. And that well was so necessary for the survival of him and his family and all his animals, because God blessed Isaac so much. He had so much wealth. And the wealth in that time was measured with how much sheep and flocks they had. And he had a lot of them. So God blessed him where he was at, him and his family, with that well. And the Philistines didn't come and take that one.
That's awesome.
But what did we learn from him? He ended up, even though in situations like that, even though he felt frustrated, he could have felt mad, he chose to be peaceful and make a wise decision. He decided to do things the correct way. All right?
That's awesome.
Okay.
Thank you for explaining it, Mom.
Oh, you're welcome. Yeah,
that was
because
awesome.
in the Bible, there's so many different characters. I know we've been talking about Abraham in the last couple episodes, and now we start talking about his son. Who knows who we'll talk about next?
Oh, thank you. All right, so I know you guys have been sitting there listening to us, so why don't we get active? Yeah?
Sounds like a plan.
I want you guys all to stand up and just shake everywhere. Just stretch and,
We
do
can
all your
stretch.
stretches. Because we're going to give you an activity titled Water Well.
Oh, it kind of goes with our story.
It does.
Yeah. We gotta listen, because she's gonna do something tricky. So everybody turn your listening ears, listening ears on.
That's right. Listening ears on.
Yes.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I want you guys to stand up.
Yes.
And it's kind of like musical chairs. Maybe you guys have played that before. So do you want to kind of explain it?
I love musical
Yeah.
chairs, so I'm kind of excited.
Okay.
You go first.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna talk or speak or say. Oh, you know what I mean. Talk about the wells, and there's a paragraph that I want to read off to you, which is the word I was looking for. Read. And I want you guys to pay close attention to the words water and well, because when I say water, we're gonna clap, and when I say well, we're gonna jump. So let's get into that.
Wait.
What?
So water is
Water.
clap,
Yes.
and
You're
well is jump.
So
One
what's
more
water?
time, because
What's
I don't want to
water?
mix that up.
What's water?
Water is clap,
Yes.
and well is jump.
That's right.
All right, we're ready? I think I'm ready. All right, how about
What's
you guys?
water?
Water is clap,
What's well?
and jump.
What's well?
Jump.
What's water? What's water? Okay, we got it. We're ready. I just wanted to make sure everyone was good with that.
Okay.
So here I go. I was walking, and suddenly I found a dry well. It had no water. So I kept walking, and along the way, I met a gentleman who was carrying a bucket of water. And I asked him, "Sir, where did you get that water?" He said, "I got this water from a well." A well? Yes, a well, he told me. Then I advised him, "Don't go down that road, for there is a well that has no water." No water? Isn't that the purpose of a well? Okay, I'm supposed to be reading. Okay. "Thank you very much," he told me, as he offered me some water from the well. You guys did a good job.
Yay!
You guys were listening. How was that?
Woo!
Fun?
That was a good
Fun.
exercise. Woo!
Jump. Oh, it was
Yes.
super exciting. I loved it. So, but right now I want Miss Rakel to explain another activity that we have, which is a little more so you can calm down, get your heartbeat low, and just relaxing.
So you can go back and have a seat. And now, once again, turn your listening ears on. And we're going to play a different game. And this is called the scenario game. I know that's kind of a big word. Scenario. It's just basically, we're going to be talking about different things that could happen and how can we resolve them in a peaceful way, using wisdom, and that way we can show God's peace through us and teach others about peace. Sounds like a plan?
Awesome. It sounds great.
All right, so we have a pretend well that we have made here. And this well is not like a real one, but we're gonna pretend it's super duper deep. And so we're gonna go in there and we're gonna mix around, and I'm gonna pull out a scenario. All right, and this one it says, there is a kid who always calls you names. Oh, that's not nice. That's
not
very
nice.
mean.
Yeah.
And I know if somebody calls another person bad names, it doesn't make us feel nice. I know it makes me feel,
Yeah, it makes me feel sad.
sad, and then
Sad.
you kind of might feel like, what are you gonna do about it? I don't know. What do you think? How should we solve this?
I think that you need to talk to an adult or a teacher or someone, older than you. A lot older than you. Not a teenager, but maybe. I don't know. But listen, sorry I got off topic. Let's go back. So then we can also tell the kid, hey, I don't like that you're calling me those names. I think it's mean and it hurts my feelings, and I would appreciate it if you would stop doing that, right?
And communication, using our voice to talk about how things like these make us feel is very important. To talk to tell the person to say, hey, stop. I don't like what you're saying, because it hurts my feelings, but also to communicate it to an adult. It could be a teacher. It could be
family member.
Sibling. It could be a family member. It could be someone who that you'll be able to tell them about. And that's a way to be able to resolve this conflict in a peaceful way. All right.
Can I go next?
Of course.
But first, drop it down the well.
I'm going to drop it down the well. Here we go. Woo! All right.
My turn. Mix it up. Okay. Your friend is angry because her team lost and yours won. She wants to argue.
Uh-oh. Not nice. So, what should we do? Your friend feels angry and mad, and she wants to yell and argue with you, right?
Yeah.
So, how should we resolve this peacefully? Well, maybe we can kind of walk away and say, hey, I think we need a timeout. I want to give you a moment to kind of calm down, right? You can go ahead and get a family member as well and say, hey, this is what happened. My friend is feeling angry and frustrated because she didn't win and she wanted to win.
But that sometimes happens.
It does.
You lose, and that's okay too.
Yeah.
You have to try and understand the other person's feelings.
Of course. And then once the person has calmed down, you can actually talk and communicate with each other and talk about the situation. And in these circumstances where if you're playing a sport and you're on a team, and if your team loses, the important thing is what you learned from it and the experience that you got a chance to participate. And sometimes we win and sometimes we lose, but it's important to learn, right? Good sportsmanship, meaning like we're happy for our others.
We tried our best.
We tried our best. And so those are peaceful ways that we can learn to apply to these situations.
Awesome.
All right.
Put it down the well?
Yes, let's put it down the well. Woo! All right. I'm going to look in there for the well to see if I find one more. All right, here I go. Oh, I found one. All right, it says, you and a big group of kids want to be first in line.
That's always fun to be first in line, don't you think?
It's always nice to be first in line. But what happens when you're not able to be first in line? What should we do?
I think that when you get to a place, a school, anywhere, you have to make the line according to when you got there. Sometimes it's according to when you got there, yeah, but sometimes you're assigned a place. And I think it's really important to stick with that, because if you don't, you might disrupt the line. People might get upset, mad at you, might start a fight. So it's nice to just keep with the order. And yeah, that's how I would solve it.
And especially even if you're at school, your teacher will definitely assign you places. And that way everybody gets a chance to go first. Maybe your chance to go first won't happen that week, but it will probably happen the following week. So that way everybody gets a chance to take a turn. So you just find a different spot and then you wait to see, hey, when can I have a turn? So that way, hopefully you guys work it out to see who gets a turn first every week or every day. You can change it up.
Also, you can ask them.
Yeah.
The person in front, hey, can I
have a turn?
But yeah, can I have a turn?
Yeah. And then I know in lines at school, they also have a caboose. And that's always a fun one too. Because if you don't get a chance to be the first one in line, you can always be the caboose. Everybody plays an important role.
Yeah.
You all play an important role. And so when we try to solve situations peacefully, then it will help the situation. All right?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to put it down the well. Here we go.
Bye.
Woo! All right.
That was fun. I like that.
I like that
Those
too.
are real situations that could happen to any one of us.
Exactly. It doesn't matter how young or how old you are.
Yeah.
We all find ourselves in situations that we have to make quick decisions how to act.
Sometimes it's hard, but
Very hard. Because sometimes we might feel negative emotions because we might get frustrated or angry.
and we act out those emotions through those emotions, and that's
But-
kind of like the our friend that lost the game. She was really upset,
Yeah.
and she was acting out those emotions through those emotions.
And one of the things that I love about the story we discussed today was how we saw that Isaac, even though he faced an unfair situation, he made the decision to do things in a peaceful way to try to help resolve the situation. And in the end, we see the obedience to God and how God blessed him, right? And he showed also others about that peace. He was a teacher in a way towards others, teaching how to resolve situations in a peaceful way with a lot of wisdom. All right, and then we see how God blessed them
And
so much.
and God always has your back.
Yes.
That's what it shows too.
Oh yes.
When God
definitely.
says something, it's gonna happen because the third time they didn't come.
Correct.
That's right.
Yep.
That's super cool too.
Very.
Nice. Yeah. You have
And-
someone there.
You know what I like is that if you get a chance to see the other episodes, we've been talking about conflict, which is a situation or a problem or an argument you might have with someone. We've talked about kindness and unkind stuff and how should we, do kind things. We've also talked about negative emotions and how to deal with them. And today we talked about peace. Now,
They all come together.
they all come together because they're all kind of like these building blocks to help us become better human beings with others, because that's what God does for us, right? And God is always there. He's always there to listen. We can talk to God about all our problems, all our situations, and he's going to give us solutions. And he's going to help you become the person who he wants you to become.
What about the Bible?
Oh,
Did you forget?
I almost forgot.
I almost forgot to. But
How about we go over that Bible verse again?
3 times.
All right, we're going to say it 3 times. You ready?
Yeah. Don't we have something for
Yes.
them?
Yeah.
Do you want to get it for us?
Here we
Oh
go.
my goodness. It's the Bible verse.
We wrote it out for you so that way you're able to see it and for us to be able to say it with you. Would you say it with us?
Yes.
All right. Jimena's going to go first.
I'm going to remember. That's right. So we're going to do it 3 times. So
Okay.
let's do the first time. Let us do all we can to live in peace. Romans 14:19. Do you want to do the second one?
All right. I'll do the second. Okay. Let us do all we can to live in peace. Romans 14:19.
Together?
Yes!
Okay. One.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
I was gonna go. It's okay. You got it. You got it.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Let us do all we can to live in peace. Romans 14:19.
Don't forget this, guys. It's super important. It takes all we learn and it puts it into a little sentence for you. Just remember.
Yeah, so that way we can learn how to live in peace with others. Because God wants us to try to do our best to live in peace with others.
That's right.
Just like me and Jimena, we worked as a team, we took turns, and then at the end we said it together.
teamwork.
Yay! Cool. Sounds awesome. All right,
Yeah.
we'll go ahead and put this away. All right, everyone. So we are so happy that you all joined us this morning.
That's right. Thank you so much. We hope to see you guys again.
We congratulate you all on everything that you have all done. We are super proud of you all. We should send them a hug. How
Yeah.
about we send them a hug?
Oh,
We send you all a huge hug. We love you all so much.
we do.
We wish you a wonderful week and farewell.
Bye.
Bye.